First of all, welcome to Pinehurst Sand Mines, which is the home of Pinehurst number 10 and other things to come.
Previewing a brand new course is a pretty cool thing, I gotta be honest. Now down here for Pinehurst's newest golf course. Pinehurst number 10 is about 15 minutes down the road from the resort. Today we've got another media shotgun format. We're gonna be starting on the second hole. And before we go out, we're gonna have Tom Doak and Angela Moser hit the opening tee shots to kind of open the course. So there's an experience that I've never been a part of. So it was really cool to have the course designer there hitting the inaugural tee shot.
I got a feeling we're going to put every one of these to use today. Everyone. None of them staying in the bag today.
All right, so we're jumping off on a par 3. It's the second hole. Beauty from the start. You're standing on the tee box and you're just looking at this brand new golf course with beautiful new lush green in front of you. So par 3's not accustomed to starting on a par 3, but hey, it's a shotgun start. So we're gonna start where they put us. And again, like any other difficult golf course, you wanna get off to a good start and not really, struggle out of the gate. So my goal here was just nice smooth swing, try to get this ball up on this beautiful new green. A little heavy there. Stay there. All right, camera's not doing this one justice, guys, but you can see there's a lot of undulations in this one. Brent said we gotta move the zone out left. Let's see if we could do that. Yeah, come on. Hey, thanks. All right.
Get in. Great up and down.
Thanks.
So guys, another really cool touch here. If you notice, maybe you can tell the scale of it on the camera or not, but the flags themselves are bigger than normal golf pin flags. And that's to replicate the size of the flags that they use on the railroad. So it keeps on to that theme. And it's just a nice, really cool little touch, but keep an eye for it. You'll notice that the pin flags are actually bigger than what you'd normally see. Hard to beat these generous fairways, huh?
Yeah.
Par 5 here, though.
Par 5. How much does he have home, Brent?
302 all the way home.
You got this, right?
Yeah, I don't have that. So is there danger? Should I lay it up a bit?
There's some danger. It's going to come in about 240. Our best area to approach to is about 200 yards from here.
So a 200 shot would be my...
Yeah, and leave yourself a little 100-yard flip wedge in.
And we got wind at our back. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. Let's go. Slow and steady.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at these trees. There's so many of them, so thin. Just imagine what this place is going to look like in about 15, 20 years. Just the growth of all those trees. But it looks so cool how they're so bare and thin. You can almost end up in there and you might have a chance to get out. A lot of windows, but it's going to look different.
So guys, just like on number 2, all of this is waste. So you can take practice swings in there. You can ground your club. So, take advantage of it where you can. Stop. Yeah, you're right. They're firm. They roll. They roll. All right. We learned. Land it short. They roll. They're firm. Hole number 4 is an incredible short par 4. You've got a great strategically placed fairway bunker right in the middle of the fairway, causing you to make a decision. You either got to go left or you got to go right, because that bunker is the last place you want to be. If you bomb it for the green left, you're bringing a lot more bunkers into play as well. And this is the first hole that really makes me think this is going to be a great match play golf course, because there's so many risk reward shots that you can take on out here.
Shot there.
Way too right, way too right. Go. Oh! So, as someone who's designed so many incredible golf courses, just in a few words, what was it about this property and number 10 that's just special to you?
Well, I mean, in a word, it's Pinehurst. I mean, this place, not just the resort, but the whole area has its own reputation and its kind of own style and own vibe. And I'd not build a golf course on with this kind of native grasses around it. So it was always an interesting idea to me to do it. And I didn't really think I'd ever have the chance. We were just in the right place at the right time when this came up.
Hey, way to keep it out of that bunker.
Right? I almost might have rather been in there. I don't know.
Nice shot from there.
Boom! Yeah, really good putt there. Really good putt.
The fairway is, tilting to the right, and you have like this little center knob. If you're short, you want to be left, and then hit it, get to the green in 3 basically. But if you're ballsy, just go for the towers. You get maybe a little bit of extra kick, and then you have a long shot into the green. 7 is playing back, that's a par 3, and then 8 is coming up straight in front of us.
All right, they're leveling a lot of ground over there. A lot. I know Pinehurst is all about bringing golf, more golf. I don't know, Frank.
What do you think it is?
I mean, they just put in 10. Could that be 11? Could we see Pinehurst 11? Guys, if there's a Pinehurst 11, no one said anything. So I don't know anything. I'm just speculating. There's an 11.
Either way, that's a lot of ground they're clearing over there.
Yeah. We'll find out.
Hmm.
Playing fade.
Come off that hill, come on. Will it down that hill. It makes for a fun shot.
All right, we got a window. Like that. Don't go too long.
Yeah, what a shot there.
Come on, come back.
Backboard.
Backboard.
There we go.
All right.
Let's go.
Nice
Good
one,
shot.
man. Appreciate
Well done
that.
there.
Let's go. Good roll.
Yeah, thanks.
The 7th hole is a great short par 3. In fact, from the longest tee boxes, it only plays about 150 yards. And it's one of the most unique greens. In fact, speaking with Mr. Doak, he said that the greens where you have a shorter approach shot, a shorter tee shot, that's where he could kind of get the most creative when it comes to slope, because he knows you're going to be hitting something like a wedge in there. Of course, on the longer shots in where you're hitting a longer club, he said people are not going to like me very much if I put too much slope in those greens. So where he got to be a little bit more creative was on some of these short shots, and you can really see it on the 7th hole.
Thanks.
Good par.
Brent, this hole looks unique. What do we got going on here?
All right, this is our signature hole here, hole 8. It shows a little resemblance of the old course that was here.
Okay.
It's a par 4. If we take it at those cell towers, that gives us our best view at the green.
Okay.
You can miss left of that and still be in fairway, but you'll have to hit over some big mounds.
That's a scary looking one in front of us.
You got this. Birdie's coming in.
All right.
When you approach the 8th tee box, you look at the caddy and you say, "What? What is this? What is that thing? What is in the middle of the fairway?" It's like a mountain. It's the Himalayas or something. It's just an incredible look off the tee and unique. That's the best word to describe it. So we were told it's a double blind shot. After your tee ball, on your approach shot, you're gonna have another mound in front of the green. So I've never seen that on a golf course before, where you've got a double blind shot, first the tee shot, then the approach. But it felt good to get a really good drive out there. And as I set up for that second shot, I happened to glance up above the green, and standing above the green, watching my approach shot, is the course designer, Mr. Doak himself. So added pressure, the man who designed the course is watching me approach. And here I thought I hit a ball way too thin, but there was a pretty generous backstop back there, and the result was pretty ridiculous. Yeah? So that was a real feel-good moment for me right there. Man, I really love that backstop. Who put that in there?
I don't know why we were so generous there.
I'll take it.
So guys, check this out. You come off the 8th in that little valley, and then the course just opens up in front of you. Look at this. Just incredible, the elevation here. Where have you seen anything like this at Pinehurst before?
Yeah.
You haven't.
Here, Mr. Doak stood back. He was gonna play a couple holes with each group, which I thought was really cool. You know, to have the course designer there to play a couple of holes with each group and share his knowledge and his experience in designing the course, and just available to just answer questions as he's playing. And you know, to have him there on a tee box, especially on 9, standing right behind me as I hit my tee shot, and to say, you know, good shot. You know, it felt good. It felt really, really cool. Cool experience. Nice shot there. Stay out.
Oh, who put that
He knew it was
bunker
going
there
in.
too?
He knew it was going in there. That's great. Thank you.
Oh, wow, as we made this turn to the back 9, now look at number 10. Incredible. Dude, this is special.
Making the turn 10, wow. You know, I mean, you see an incredible elevated tee box, par 5. You know, it goes for a little bit all the way down the hills to a very incredibly difficult green that slopes off in the back.
Another cool thing about this piece of property is all of the wildlife. And one thing that everyone told us we had to look out for is on the 10th hole, there is a massive bald eagle's nest. And we actually ended up getting a really great view of him or her up there. And it is, I'll tell you, it's something to see. If you've never seen a bald eagle in real life, like in person, it's something you'll never forget. Those are some incredible birds. So if you're playing number 10, make sure you look up the right side as you're walking up and look for that nest. It's hard to miss. So do you get to see those bald eagles fly around much?
Every now and then you do, yeah. On nice days like today, he comes out. Oh, he's flapping. He was just flapping up there.
He wants to come out and fly
He
around.
does. On the nice days you do. On the rainy days you just see him up there hanging out.
Yeah.
Number 11, you actually mentioned you was kind of inspired by one of your home courses out in Michigan. Is that?
Yeah, it's based on a good, well, it's kind of an uphill par 3, and we didn't have a lot to work with there. That was just kind of a big treed area, and there's no real feature. So we dug kind of a trenchy bunker along the left of it, but the idea for the contouring of the green came from the 9th hole at Crystal Downs, which is, you know, a pretty severe green, and you don't want to hit it past the hole and have, you know, the downhill putts are scary, and you're better off, you know, if in doubt, play just short and chip up to it is the best way to play. And that's kind of hard, especially on a resort course. It's kind of hard to get people to understand that the first time they see it. Hopefully the caddies learn so they keep them out of trouble.
Get in, get in, get in.
Oh, so close.
Everyone.
Great, three.
Thanks.
That should be perfect to go that way.
Brent, you said this one's a bear?
It's a bear of a hole, a 483 par 4, always into the wind, always uphill. It's not an easy one, but hey, we're gonna get there in 2.
The 13th hole is an absolute bear of a hole. Not only is there elevation, this thing is long, and you can't see a whole lot of your landing area from the tee box because of the elevated hill. But from our tee boxes, it played 483 yards as a par 4. From the back tee boxes, it's 508 yards. So this is a hole that a par is a tremendous score on. There's no real other way to describe it other than it's a beast.
All right.
How cool is this course?
It's so cool.
Come on.
Yeah.
They said good news is after this, the walk is downhill.
Good.
But I'll tell you what, I will trade tired legs. I mean, yesterday, number 2 was flat. It's an easy walk. I will trade tired legs for these views any day. Any day. One thing definitely to keep in mind is the place is very new. There's a lot of areas that you can see that the sod is still very fresh, it's still growing in. There's a lot of vegetation that's growing in. And in a lot of areas, there's a whole lot of construction that you can still see. And there's going to be, I would say, might just be the best halfway house at Pinehurst, which is going in with an outdoor fireplace. And I'm sure it's gonna be a place to sit, have a drink. After your round, just come over and just watch golf be played. It is going to be a really incredible spot.
Decisions. I have 5 iron here. Long par 3, yeah. Long but pretty. Jeez.
Come on. That's when, you know, your lower body's getting tired and the arms just start swinging.
Like a wet noodle.
Gotta keep the lower body moving. As you see when I reach to bend over and barely make it there. 14 is a pretty par 3. It plays at 224 yards from our tee box. From the back tee box, it's gonna play 264. So it is a long shot here and it's very easy to miss the green.
That's it. Yes. Way up and down.
I'll tell you, I'm thankful to get up and down from that spot. I gotta be truthful and honest with you. If you gave me 10 chances from that spot to get up and down, I think I'd get up and down 1 out of 10. So is this a new halfway house they got coming?
Yeah, new halfway house coming up. Should be here in the next few months or so. They've been working really hard on it. It might even be sooner than that. Pretty cool with the outdoor fireplace. Maybe even a cool place to hang out after.
Coming up on 15 now. Now you can get a scale of where we just were. So the property here, as we went through, you know, starting out the back 9, we went up and climbed up, and that was all that elevation, and then just worked our way back down. And now, almost like a figure 8, we're gonna work our way back towards the clubhouse. But this kind of gives you an idea of the scale of the property and why that elevation comes in, and we just worked up and around this big loop here. It was a hike, but it was worth the hike. '15 is where you make your way back to that elevated point and you get to see a lot of the golf course. It's one of the prettiest spots out there, but it's a tough tee shot. You have water, and there's also a tree protecting your line on that side. So you can try to bite off a lot of that water. You can play a fade, but just know you're gonna flirt with it.
Oh no. No splash, right?
And where Mike hit his ball, you know, it's very fortunate. His ball stayed up and stayed dry. And Mike did a great job recovering from it over there. But I will tell you, make sure if you can, take this tee shot and keep it on the left side.
2 left, come on, kick right.
Yep, nice.
Thanks. All right.
Yeah, just let that ridge take it down.
Should be real good. Should be real good. Stop.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We got some good caddies this round. Our guy Brent was great along the way. Young kid, knew the place, you know, real good reads. Hats off to him. We were doing a lot of work out there, you know, walking a beast of a course with full camera equipment to have a guy out there to help you out. So shout out to Brent. Nice shot.
This is my favorite hole in the course. Yeah, it's got the view. It's beautiful. It's usually just a little flip wedge in, so everybody gets a little fun shot at it. You can get creative with all the slopes on it. I think it's just a really great hole all in all.
17 is one of the prettiest holes out here, and it's definitely a place where a lot of people are going to pull out the phone and for sure take some pictures. I don't know if there's per se a signature hole out here. Some will say that it's number 8, but I think 17 is in the running, and it's a beautiful hole, and boy, did we get the tough pin position today. Tucked down on that right side, the landing area is only about as big as a dining room table, and although I thought I hit a really great shot and I was really hoping it would land next to the pin, it just flew a little too far. Wind is a factor with some of the elevations here, and it can be tough to judge that at times, and I just went a little long, and of course what's there is a bunker, and that is not the place you want to be. There's going to be certain spots where you just can't get a stance on the ball, and that's exactly what happened here. Oh, so close, man. I just wanted that hill and let it roll. The very first hole, which we played as our last hole of the day, is a relatively long par 4. So it's a tough shot, and again, it's really about getting your line off the tee, because just like we saw at number 2, there's a lot of areas where you have that natural kind of waste area with the wiregrass plants. So it's very easy to think you've had a good drive, and if you weren't on the right line, you walk up to it and you realize you've run through the fairway and right into the stuff there. That is tough.
That's tough stuff. Mr. Doak and team created a course that's fun. It may be difficult in spots, but they still give you the opportunity to go out there and play well and have fun. So it's a fair test of golf, much different test than Pinehurst number 2, in my opinion. They just give you the opportunity to score. And if you can get off the tee and you can put the ball in the fairway, the greens, they're a little more friendlier than Pinehurst number 2. So, Pinehurst number 10, I came into it with high expectations. I'm leaving it with even higher, results. And it's an absolute incredible addition to the other 9 courses that they have here. So if you come down to Pinehurst, put number 10 on your list, go experience it. You're gonna absolutely love it. And let me tell you something, we'll be back on number 10 for sure.
Nice playing with you.
Pleasure playing with you. Absolutely.